you know, Jake decided to come and visit and
stay for a while.
Yeah, just get out of Prague for a little bit. And you know, I was, you know, Drifta had grown very quickly in the previous couple of years, so I was sort of you know, really struggling, to be honest, to keep hold of it all. It just got so busy and had a lot going on, building new factories and that. So Jake started helping me firstly with the marketing and taking all the photos. So probably nearly all the photos in the last 12 months or so of all the new products, you know, the Jacaro table and all the new stuff we've been selling, Jake's photos that he's taken, and he'll prepare them for me on the computer. And then, you know, it takes a lot of time and effort to take all your photos. So Jake would be doing that, which is a massive help for me, and then I would just type everything up, you know, which would only take me, you know, 15-20 minutes rather than hours, you know, getting all the gear out and setting photos up and putting it all away. So, and then Jake also started helping me a lot of systems, you know, with because we're growing very quickly with our shopping cart. He integrated, you know, a lot of our shopping cart into MyOb and into ShipIt, and just made everything so as we're growing, created systems to make it all a lot easier for us and more efficient and things like that. So Jake's got a real natural ability for IT and that sort of thing. So we've become a pretty good team, really. And you know, Jake, what's happening now? Do you want to explain about Europe, what we're doing?
Yeah, so we get a lot of requests from Europe, and they're asking for snow peak gear and a lot of drawers. And yeah, my parents still live there in Czech Republic, and I asked them when I was there for visit if they want to help us to sell some Drifta products. So my mom agreed, and what we're doing right now, we're shipping products to my parents' place. It's yeah, the warehouse is in the garage of my parents at the moment. And yeah, then we have a website going, drifta.eu, and yeah, we're adding the products that we shipped over there, and that makes it affordable for freight cost, and also it doesn't take a month to get the products. It takes up to 5 days around Europe. So at the moment we have just fire pits there, and yeah, we just recently shipped 2 more pallets of Snow Peak products over there, so they will be on the web soon. And yeah, like I said, part of that shipment drawer units, so we got 2 orders shipping over there right now. And yeah, if you're interested and we can ship much more, just get in touch and we will set it up.
Yeah, so we're shipping any of our drawers that we make here in Gloucester. We can send over.
Also, yeah.
Also some kitchens. The drawers are going to be quite popular over there. You know, anyone with a 4-wheel drive who wants to be set up a little bit like we do in Australia. You know, in Australia nearly all the 4-wheel drives have a set of drawers in the back, and that's sort of the first thing people really do to set up their truck for travelling. And so, you know, we're yeah, starting to send some drawers over. Also some kitchens. We've got a big range of camping kitchens, and also a lot of our Snow Peak and Uniflame gear that we're selling in Australia. So that's going over there as well. And then as well, we've got a lot of canvas bags that we're making in our canvas factory in Gloucester. So we're just starting to send a selection of the bags over. But they've been very popular in Australia, and we're making 400 or 500 bags a month now. Got a range of nearly 100 different bags. So Jake's starting to include some of the more popular ones in the shipment. And because, you know, we're sending drawers over which are big and bulky, but you know, empty basically, so we're putting a lot of freight inside the drawers, and it's making freight quite affordable. So it's working out really good, and yeah, we'll get to Jake's parents' house and we can ship it out from there. So if you're in Europe and you wanted, for example, a Snow Peak fire pit or anything what you see here today, or a lot of our gear that we're using, you can literally order it on the shopping cart, drifta.eu, and we can ship it the next day really, and you can have it a couple of days later, so that's pretty good. It's not like we're sending from Australia. We've got stock in Europe, in Prague, or you know, just north of Prague, so quite central. And you know, if you wanted something, the drawers have to be ordered and sent over, so it's going to be about 3 months for drawers. But some of the smaller items, particularly the snow peak, some of the Uniflame in our canvas bags, you can literally have within a few days. So that's what we're doing, and you know, it's going pretty good at the moment. Yeah, Jake set all the website up, the shopping cart's working, so yeah, that's what we're up to. No worries.
Yeah.
So we're just going to put a brew on, and got some fresh ground coffee here, with a little Porlax grinder. Nice coffee, Jake, and then we're going to pack up camp and head off. Now, so yeah, we're sort of telling you a story about Jake and his family travelling, and there's a really cool story over there where were you in Alaska or?
That's Alaska, yeah, North Alaska.
I'll do the coffee, you tell.
Yeah, we got in trouble with a bear. We were driving around in these fjords, watching glaciers, and we saw a big grizzly bear on the rocks, and he was eating birds, the nests, you know, just grabbing.
He climbed up on the rocks.
He climbed up on the rocks and
eating the seagull eggs.
Seagull eggs and the small burned, born. He was eating the
chicks.
The chicks. He was eating the chicks. And we stopped and we took pictures, and it wasn't not that far. He was like 20 meters up, and we were on the water, so we thought.
Well, you were in a dinghy.
We were in the dinghy, and
you were, how old were you?
I was 14 at that age, I think. Yeah.
And you were driving the dinghy, and Leos was up the front with his camera.
Yeah, yes, that's how it was, and the bear. He was just doing his thing, but he got angry. He thought probably we're gonna steal his chicks, and he just turned around and ran straight to the water. And yeah, I was scared. I put in the back reverse and full throttle, and I hit the rock, and that stopped him with the boat, and flew up and shouted, and he got a little bit scared, but he was standing. I will put that picture in the video when he was standing, and it looks like he was ready to jump into the water and go after us. Pretty scary moment. But
yeah, so Leos was on the front of this boat with taking his cameras, and his bear just suddenly pounded down, basically charged, and they're only about 3 meters, you know, from the shore. And this big grizzly bear, yeah, Leos has got this awesome photo with this grizzly's just right on the edge of the rocks, and he's charging. His hair stood up in the back of his neck, his ears are forward, and he's just about to leap, and Leos was like, Jake, back up, back up. So Jake's put it in reverse, kept full throttle, and the back of the dinghy sort of sunk down a little bit, and the propellers hit a rock and smashed on the rock. But the sound of that right at the time when he was about to jump, just a massive, you know, the noise of a propeller hitting a rock, just a big bang. And that just startled the bear and stopped him for a few seconds, and as the boat sort of drifted backwards, you know, he stopped. But yeah, we'll put the photo on. It's an awesome photo when you see it and hear the story behind it. And Leos was saying, you know, if that bear, if he hadn't hit the propeller on the rock, the bear would have leapt. You know, he's only 3 meters away. The bear's probably 3 meters tall if he stood up. He would have leapt right in the middle of the dinghy. And Leos and Jake taking photos. Would have been game over.
Yeah.
So that was pretty. So that's the sort of thing they used to do, you know.
Yeah, there is another story. I'm not sure if I told you, but we were camping with the brown bear, and we were camping, and we saw a bear mother close to our camp, and we just were thinking, all right, let's just be loud, and usually they get afraid and they escape.
Is it a grizzly bear?
No, it was a brown bear, like a black bear.
Yeah.
And at the moment she didn't want to leave, and we were just, come on, and we had a weapon with us, so we got a little bit scared what's going on, because usually the bears, they just leave if they see there's somebody there, and they don't want to attack, for sure not brown bears. But what happened, we didn't see it. She had a small bear, like a cub. Yeah, a cub, and that got afraid and climbed up a tree and was very close to our camp. So we just well, we were shooting. We shoot in the air, and she still didn't want to leave. She was just angry, you know.
So the cubs climbed up a tree right next to your camp.
Yeah, we didn't see it, and we just said, "What's going on? Why is she not leaving?" And we just fired a weapon, and then we just decided, all right, let's back up. Well, we left everything there. The dog was tied up. Well, that's pretty scary. We thought it could happen that the bear attacks the dog because we forgot to unhook his strap. And he was quiet. He knew he will get in trouble when he makes it out. He's just lying there and do nothing.
What's that dog was that?
Malamute.
Yeah.
Like it's a bigger husky.
What's the name of that dog?
I think that was Dalton.
Yeah. So a big husky Malamute.
Yeah, it's a Malamute. Yeah. And what happened? We just backed up. The mama bear, we started cooking, so she just went to our table, and we had like, I don't know, some bread there, so she's just eating everything, waiting for the small bear to get down the
So you had backed off, but you had dinner on the table, and the bear just starts eating.
Yeah, she just came and started eating everything what we had there, and about 10 minutes, and the small bear just climbed down, and then they left. It was interesting story with the bear. But yeah, this was just different, you know, when small bears are involved.
Yeah.
Dangerous, very dangerous.
Whereabouts was that?
That's Alaska as well.
Yeah, so it's total wilderness, isn't it?
Yeah, totally wilderness.
Leos used to have these, he'd make these big rafts up, used to get like 2 rubber dinghies and tie them together with logs and stuff and sail down these Alaskan rivers. I mean, he did some crazy stuff with his young family, and, you know, we're not like just out in the bush where you got your 4-drive and you can go home or whatever. This is totally isolated in the middle of Alaska and the wilds of North Canada, and you know, that's pretty crazy. He's got a lot of stories. Leos he's written like 26 books or something.
Yes, a lot of books.
And be great. They're all written in Czech, so it's, you know, it's hard for us to read them.
We have a few in German.
Yeah. It'd be good to get them translated one day, because they're just amazing stories what Leos has done. And Jake's had an amazing childhood, really, like growing up, you know, from, what was it, 4 when you went to
Russia? Yeah, it was like 4 or 5, I think, something like that.
Yeah. So Leos and Lenka basically drove across Russia in a Unimog. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a Czech truck, Tatra, and yeah, he went after the border opened, like the Czech Republic. The Russians left, so he could go back. And
so what year was that, you reckon?
I think he came when he met my mom. It's like 91.
Yeah.
Now they did the trip in 91 to Russia, so it was probably year 90. He just came and.
So the Russians had left from Czech Republic.
Yeah. The borders opened. I don't know when they left exactly, but they just the borders opened so he could come back.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where he met my mom. He went to his house where he spent his childhood, like with his dad and with his family. It's like, I think he visited that spot as well.
Yeah.
And there he met my mom, because there, close to this house, there used to be a school. Like the school had a building, and they had like skiing lessons there, and my mom was a teacher.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. So Leos and Lenka, they decided to get this, like a Tata.
Tatra, yeah, that's
like a Unimog, isn't it?
Well, actually, we did. Well, Leos didn't buy it. It just came there to this company and said, "That's what I want to do," and he showed them the pictures, what he did, you know, about the cabin, its real adventure, and making slideshows. They thought that's great advertising, so they just gave it to him.
Oh, yeah.
And
so then he drove right across Russia.
Yeah, to Russia. It was so crazy stories behind that. It was totally, you know, the government changed, so it was very wild in that age. So if you took, Russians drink a lot, or that's what Leo says, or he took just a lot of bottles of vodka, and he wanted to get a helicopter ride, and he said, "Here, you have a bottle," and he's all right, let's fly around. Something like that. You know?
Bottles of vodka was the currency.
Yeah, it was the currency, and food, and Czech food, and so different.
So you were 4, and they flew you in halfway, didn't they?
Yes, my mom, I stayed at home because they didn't know what will happen. It's just, you know, a lot of things changed in that age. And they didn't want me to take on the trip because,
Because you're only 4 years old.
I was 4, and they didn't know how it looks over there. So it could happen that you get dropped or whatever, so they just wanted to leave me alone. And
So you stayed with your grandma?
Stayed with my grandma, and then I catched up with them. My mom flew back from Moscow, or how do you call it? Moscow. And took the plane back with me, and then I spent maybe 2-3 months. Yeah, with
And what was
with them.
what was your next trip after that? Do you remember?
I think after that we went to Alaska.